Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin actually we got a bounce, right? A very strong bounce actually last week. Let me show you here this bounce. This bounce actually hit around $60,000. I was looking for around 65, between 65 to 63, and as you can see here, Bitcoin actually hit 60k. Of course, a big bounce from here, almost actually 15% bounce. Actually, it's very nice, very decent actually. The question is if actually this is the bottom. Well, in my own humble opinion, I don't think so. I think actually Bitcoin is getting ready for another leg down, looking for maybe 50 mid 50s around there, looking for 50k, $55,000. Honestly, I am not expecting Bitcoin will hold the monthly MA55 because the reason is Bitcoin just drops so fast. It's dropping very fast and test this area. Of course, I could be wrong. The way like I will start thinking this is the bottom is very simple. Bitcoin is in sideways here in consolidations for months. Consolidation for months, like Q1, Q2, Q3, like seriously, like 6 months, something like this. Something like this. Bitcoin was actually in sideways for long time here, but I'm looking for something similar like this one, something like this, where you will see potentially this week or next week another leg down, looking for a potentially maybe the MA100. Um, the reason why I'm saying this is because there is no evidence right now. Actually, Bitcoin is. Um, we have a potential bounce. This bounce you saw here is just a normal reaction when Bitcoin tested MA55. But if you see momentum volume, there is no Bollinger variance. There is nothing here actually. There is nothing here actually. Well, you can say maybe here from this point to this point. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't like the setup. The ADX is positive here, and weekly chart is still very positive here, very strong. And also, if we see by monthly chart, by monthly is very obvious. It's actually in this time frame is very obvious. Like eventually, Bitcoin will hit potentially around 40k around right now. The next close is in March, so that means potentially we could see another leg down, looking for maybe 50 50s, as I said before, 50k, something like that. And let me show you here. In short term, in 4-hour chart, as you can see here, we have this massive bounce here, where we have resistance between 60, $72,000 and 68. In the big picture, of course, there is resistance, and of course, in the big picture is support 65 and 62. What I'm looking for right now is very simple. We have a signal ADX negative here, and also curves showing a sell signal here with low volatility. Low volatility. There is no other direction for me. It's like this. Okay, just a bounce to keep falling, bounce to keep falling, bounce and to keep falling, another bounce and keep falling. Yeah, I could be wrong, of course, yes. Maybe we can just do the moon from here. Maybe yeah. But I follow a system, and my system is just trending to the downside. So it's very close to the MA55. I am not expecting a test. Potentially could happen because we have here Bitcoin is holding without volume. I need to tell you, without volume, there is no volume here in 1-hour chart is range. Potential another leg up to test the MA55 right now at 73 potentially. But overall, if we see a bounce here, all this area for me, all this area is a sell opportunity area. Okay, it's very simple. It's very simple. Yep. And as I said before, so in my case, I was in short here. In short, I got stopped with this fake bounce here, and now actually I open another short position. My short position is at $70,000 900. Here, looking for a potential drop. Of course, if Bitcoin is pumping again a little bit more, I will just cancel I will take a loss, and I will just get ready for maybe a potential short around 73, 74. Okay. Now let's talk about the 2-day chart. 2-day chart, as you can see here, we have, all the time frames. Everything is actually to the downside. Everything is to the downside. Okay. Now let's continue with the most important chart for me is the USDT. USDT is the most important chart. Why? Because remember, I said to you before, careful here because this is actually consolidation getting ready for a breakout, and I was correct, as you can see here. Of course, I am not expecting a breakout here, and also potentially it could be a fake out. Potentially, I don't think so, honestly, because the volume is not very significant here. But well, as long as it's holding this area, get ready because seriously, if we see USDT dominance breaking 8.50 close in there, this thing is gonna start trending, and it's gonna happen something like we saw in gold, right? A massive pump here. That means a major crash for Bitcoin. So that's why I would like to see something like this, just sideways here, sideways, and after that, leg down. Yeah, that is something I would like to see. The question is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but based on probabilities, I don't think so. I think this is gonna continue trending. It's actually is real. This move is real because, as you can see here, volume is extremely good, very good in monthly. Volatility is expanding. This is terrible. Something you don't want to see in monthly, right? You don't want to see volatility expanding in the monthly chart because the direction is to the upside. And also ADX is positive here, momentum is positive, but the most concerning chart for me is bi-monthly. Bi-monthly is impressive. It's the first buy signal we have in the bi-monthly here because, well, if you know another chart with more data, maybe potentially we have another one here, potentially, I don't know. But it's the first time we have a bi-monthly buy signal here. So of course, the next 2 years, I am looking for actually continuation to the upside, okay? So that's why, careful here. What I'm doing right now, not financial advice, but yeah, I am buying the dip, right? As this guy said, the swift dude. Yes, I bought the dip. Yes, yeah, and I didn't short the dip. I just follow my system of trading, right? Every bounce was a short. Actually, was very nice week, very nice week for traders, right? But yeah, I can tell you right now, my first buy for crypto was around here, around 63. If the mentality is very simple, the mindset is very simple. From here below 64, 65, if Bitcoin crash more, I will just buy more. It's very simple. Below here, I will just buy more. Yeah, very simple. And also another, at least 3 or 4 altcoins. Get ready because my new website is almost done, where I will share also my portfolio in the long term, of course, not just on the crypto, also stock market. Okay, let's continue with the stock market. Let me show you here Adobe. Adobe right now, oh my god, everything is gonna crash right to zero, right? It's looking like it's gonna crash to zero right now. Well, the thing is, like, if I show you bi-monthly chart, bi-monthly, of course by March, yeah, the next close in March is very important. Historically speaking, every time when Adobe tested the MA100, as you can see here, big buy opportunity in the 90s, 98. The second one was in 2009, and also in 2011, and now. And you are telling me it's because AI is gonna crash to zero? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. The trend is my friend until the end. So that's why from here, from 340 to 270, 60, I am holding, and actually I am adding more to my positions because it's bi-monthly. Maybe we can talk about this chart maybe by the end of the year. Okay. And now let's continue with Colgate. Colgate, as you can see here, very bullish. I am very bullish, not just by month. By monthly is, well, I'm looking for the weekly chart. As you can see here, this is very strong, beautiful. Volume is very healthy. I am not closing my positions. I will close my position around maybe 100, potentially 100, or maybe I just protect my entry and I will just wait for the best. In my case, I am here, exactly here, at 75, 74, I think. And after that, well, as you can see here, it's pumping. This is not resistant. Actually, this one, in my humble opinion, this was the resistance. Now it's broken. This is not resistance. This is just noise. Of course, technically speaking, around 100, maybe 102, 105, I could sell. But honestly, I think this thing is gonna just keep pumping like this. Okay. Now let's continue. Let's continue with more. Let me show you the SP500. SP500 here. I don't see anything here. No, I mean, well, as you can see here, testing the MA55 and bouncing here. Now it's too late, I think, but we will see a buy signal soon here. So yeah, it's a little bit late, right? The buy was around 6,800, but this thing is just trending to the upside. I know it's looking very ugly, this chart. Of course, in some point I am expecting a massive crash like this, but well, I think it's gonna take time. Let's talk about gold. Gold, as you can see here, is holding very well the MA55. Of course, it is gonna take more time, but eventually in the next buy signal here, potentially continuation. This is trending. This is trending. Okay, I am multi-year bullish for gold and silver as well. In general, metals actually. A weekly chart. We have ADX negative here. Oh wow. Okay. We have a better divergence actually in volume and also potentially momentum. Like actually, if we are lucky, let me tell you something. If we are lucky and if we see a drop to maybe 4,000, it's gonna be a huge buy opportunity because this thing is trending. Let's talk about silver. Silver, as you can see here in 1-day chart, of course the trend is broken, as you can see here. Major crash here, major crash in 1-day chart around 30%. Oh my god, right? But for me, I don't care. This is like this. Okay, very simple, okay, very simple. This thing is just a test, pull back to what? The next move is a bounce. Very simple. Even better in monthly. Here, buy, signal, buy, and we see another buy here. This is Sony, right? Sorry, this is Sony. Yeah, I was talking about Sony. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's talk about silver here. As you can see here, a weekly chart. ADX negative here. No, it's about to be negative here, momentum, but we still have volume here. I'm looking for maybe just sideways here, sideways, some consolidation here, not for a crash. As you can see here, this actually here, this is the moment I am looking for a potential buy opportunity here. Of course, in 1-day chart, the trade, my friend, until the end. Now, this drop, what happened? Well, they can manipulate the price, right? But they cannot change the volume, right? As you can see here, this indicator is gold, because from here you can see here, right? I told you before, hey, careful with this move, because this move is looking fake, because there is no volume to support this, right? So that's why I was just careful here. Now let's talk about UPS. Very bullish. I am very happy with this. As you can see here, monthly is about to play. Yeah, it's playing right now, looking for 135. Very nice actually, very nice. Netflix looking for this place around 60 bucks, 65. Yeah. Let's talk about this one. This guy had a big bounce here in 1-day chart. Is looking so good, right? Oh my god, to the moon here, right? No, sorry, but no. If we watch the big picture, of course it's testing the MA55, but the MA55 in the monthly is not the best friend of this asset. Let me show you here. Below the MA55, most of the time below the MA55, below the MA55. So I think higher time frames is gonna work better. Yeah, you see, bi-monthly. Well, it's just in the region here, so I'm looking for 65, 60, 50 bucks maybe in the long term, of course. Well, at this speed, I don't know, maybe Bitcoin just gonna crash this month even harder. Just one thing, I wanna just tell you one more time, because I don't want to say to you, I told you in 2029 or 2030, okay? The mindset is this one, at least for me, not financial advice, right? You can do whatever you want, but $65,000 to here for me is a buy. You know what? I don't care. But Bitcoin is but the files, I don't care. Seriously, I give a shit about it. I don't care. Okay, below this level, I will just keep buying. Yeah, that's all. So now let's continue here. Historically speaking, Bitcoin every time, right? 85% crash. 86% crash, 78% crash, and here, oh, the bottom is in, technically speaking, of course not, it's just 47, 48. We are looking for maybe at least 70, 45,000. If Bitcoin is gonna follow the same pattern, 70 is at 30K. You see, we still have time to actually keep buying more, at least in my opinion, right? And many altcoins will just keep crashing. Cardano, I think this in this bear market is gonna hit 0.10 cents. And also in this bear market, I am looking for Ethereum around 1,000 bucks. And also Solana, I am looking for. I have to tell you, I bought Solana at 80 bucks. 80 bucks here. 80 bucks. If Solana crashed to 40, I will just keep buying more and more and more and more and more and more. Okay. This is not trading. This is investing. Only I do that in projects I know they are not garbage. Okay. And always I do that after they crash at least 50%. Solana crashed 70%. Okay. Not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. If you want to follow news, perfect. Yep. It's fine. Maybe it's good. Maybe you actually are making money just following the news, and it's fine. I respect that you can do that. But in my experience, I don't think so. It's very, very. I mean, maybe just Elon Musk is your friend, and he's telling you, hey, I'm about to pump this Doge. Yeah, maybe. As you can see here, XRP hit my target. Yep, I was looking for $1.25, and well, hit actually this week, as you can see here. The bad news, I am looking for 0.50, 0.60 cents. Yeah. And why? Because there is no volume here. There is no volume here. This thing is gonna just hold this area for a while, but I am expecting Bitcoin to crash more. So that's why this asset is just gonna break the MA55. So looking for around here at 1.60, and maybe this thing is gonna be dead for maybe other 10 years. I don't know. Right? Other 6 years, 7 years. Who knows? Okay, now let's continue with Bitcoin in the short term. In the short term, 1 hour chart you're trading right now. Okay. Now, I will tell you something. Technically speaking, we have some sideways here and potential buy signal here, right? Where I'm about to close my position, of course. If I could take a loss potentially, because in my case I am not trading 4 hour chart, 1 hour chart. I'm trading 4 hour chart, where we have ADX negative here, we sell signal here. Of course, we don't have volume. We have actually a better variance, very, very small better variance here, like this. And I know this is in the resistance using volume profile. This is support using volume profile. So I am looking for actually this, right? But in the short term, 1 hour chart, potentially we could see a buy signal here and another bounce here to kill my short, right? To kill my short, right? And after that, potentially $73,000. Yeah, and from here to zero, right? But my system of trading is not perfect, so that's why I am willing to take my loss always, because I just follow my rules. Okay, so technically speaking, in 4 hour chart is like this. Okay, anyway, if you see another bounce here, is a sell opportunity, because the trend is my friend until the end. Okay, that's all. Okay guys, I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next live stream.